I used to beg my kids to clean their rooms. Bribes, threats, reward charts, nothing worked. Then my Japanese grandmother visited for 2 weeks, and something miraculous happened. My 6-year-old started cleaning without being asked. My 9-year-old now organizes her desk every single evening. No nagging, no drama, just cooperation. Sounds like a parenting fantasy, right? But here's what shocked me. Grandma didn't use a single punishment or reward. She used 3 simple psychological principles that Japanese parents have been applying for generations. And the best part? You can start using them today. Stay with me because what I'm about to reveal will completely transform how your children approach responsibility. The Mottainai mindset. Making mess feel wrong, not cleaning feel good. Here's where Western parenting gets it backwards. We reward cleaning, right? Gold stars, extra screen time, praise. But my grandma did the opposite. She never praised my kids for cleaning. Instead, she made them feel the wastefulness of mess. Mottainai is a Japanese concept that roughly translates to what a waste or too good to waste. But it's deeper than that. It carries a sense of regret, respect, and responsibility all wrapped into one word. When my son left his Lego scattered across the floor, Grandma didn't say clean up. She picked up a single piece, held it gently, and whispered, Mottainai, this beautiful toy, lying alone on the cold floor. You know what's crazy? My son's face changed. Not from guilt exactly, but from sudden awareness. He saw his toys differently. Within minutes, he was gathering them carefully, almost reverently. Here's the psychology. When we reward cleaning, kids think, I cleaned to get something. But when they feel the inherent wrongness of waste and disorder, they clean because it feels right internally. That's intrinsic motivation, the holy grail of parenting. Key insight. Japanese culture teaches children that objects have feelings and deserve respect. A scattered toy is a sad toy. A messy room is disrespectful to the space. This emotional connection creates self-motivated behavior. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Okatazuke Jikan, the sacred 5-minute ritual. Western parents say, go clean your room. Japanese parents say, it's Okatazuke Jikan, tidying time. Notice the difference. One is a command, the other is a ritual. My grandmother introduced this simple routine. Every evening at 6:45 p.m., exactly 15 minutes before dinner, we have Okatazuke Jikan. She made it sound like a special event, not a chore. She'd even ring a small bell, the same bell her mother used in Tokyo 60 years ago. Here's what blew my mind. The kids started waiting for the bell. Why? Because Grandma made 3 genius moves. First, she made it short. 5 minutes only. No marathon cleaning sessions that feel overwhelming. Research from Kyoto University shows that children's sustained attention peaks at 5 to 7-minute intervals. Japanese teachers have known this forever. Second, she made it together. Grandma never sent the kids away to clean alone. She cleaned alongside them, not doing it for them, but with them. She'd tidy the living room while they handled their spaces. This created what psychologists call parallel participation. Kids learn by mirroring, not instruction. Third, she made it predictable. Same time, every day, no exceptions. The human brain craves routine. When something happens consistently, it stops being a negotiation and becomes just what we do at 6:45. Let me tell you something. Within 4 days, my daughter was cleaning before the bell rang. She didn't want to be caught with a messy space when Okatazuke Jikan started. That's social accountability working its magic. But wait, there's something even more powerful happening beneath the surface. Gaman, building the patience muscle. Here's the real secret sauce, and honestly, this is where Western parenting struggles the most. We want our kids to be happy right now. Uncomfortable? Give them a snack. Bored? Hand them a screen. Frustrated? Solve their problem. Japanese parenting teaches Gaman, the ability to endure discomfort with patience and dignity. And my grandma? She was a Gaman master. One afternoon, my son complained, "This is taking forever." He was putting books on a shelf, maybe 30 seconds of work. Grandma didn't sympathize. She didn't rush to help. She simply said, Gaman desune? This requires patience, doesn't it? Then she smiled and waited. The crazy part? He kept going. No meltdown, no negotiation. He just continued. Here's why this matters for cleaning. Most kids don't hate cleaning. They hate the discomfort of delaying gratification. They want to play now. Watch TV now. Cleaning requires stopping what's fun to do what's necessary. That's pure delayed gratification. Studies from Tohoku University found that Japanese children score 40% higher on delayed gratification tests compared to Western peers. Not because they're genetically different, but because they practice Gaman daily in tiny moments. Practical application. When your child complains during cleanup, don't rescue them. Don't motivate them. Simply acknowledge, yes, this takes patience. Then wait, you're building their Gaman muscle. And that muscle applies to homework, waiting their turn, and basically every adult responsibility they'll ever face. But the real question is, how do you actually implement these 3 principles without a Japanese grandmother in your house? The 3-week implementation plan. Exactly what Grandma did. Okay, let's be honest. You can't just announce we're Japanese now and expect transformation. Grandma had a system, and I'm going to break down exactly how she implemented it over 3 weeks. Week 1. The Mottainai introduction. Grandma started by giving each kid one special object. For my daughter, a wooden bowl from Japan. For my son, a small bonsai plant. She explained, this is now your responsibility. It's precious. Treat it with respect. Every evening she'd ask, how is your bowl/plant doing? Not did you clean it, but how is it doing? As if the object had well-being. This sounds weird, right? But within days, my kids were checking on their special items, cleaning around them, making sure they were happy. The psychology. Start with one thing. Build the emotional connection, then expand. You can't force Mottainai. You have to let children feel it. Week 2. Installing Okatazuke Jikan. Grandma introduced the bell on day 8. She explained, every evening at 6:45, we'll hear this bell. It means tidying time. Everyone stops what they're doing and spends just 5 minutes making their space beautiful. Keyword, beautiful. Not clean, not organized. Beautiful. Japanese aesthetics matter. She taught them that a tidy space is a form of art, not just hygiene. She used a timer. When it rang after 5 minutes, everyone stopped, even if things weren't perfect. This was crucial. It taught kids that effort matters more than perfection, and that there's always tomorrow's Okatazuke. Jikan. Week 3, practicing Gaman. This is where Grandma got strict. When kids complained, she didn't comfort. She acknowledged, yes, this is hard, Gaman. When they wanted to quit early, she'd say, 2 more minutes. You can endure 2 minutes. But here's the genius part. She also practiced Gaman herself, out loud. Oh, my back hurts, but Gaman. I'm tired, but Gaman. She modeled the mindset constantly. Research from the University of Tokyo shows that children who hear adults verbalize persistence strategies are 3 times more likely to adopt them. Grandma didn't just teach Gaman, she demonstrated it. By week 3, something magical happened. My daughter said, completely unprompted, I don't feel like cleaning, but Gaman, right? I almost cried. That's internalization. That's the goal. Let's talk about why these Japanese methods are so effective compared to Western reward-punishment models. Neurologically, when we reward kids for cleaning, we activate the brain's extrinsic motivation pathway, the same pathway triggered by candy or video games. The problem? This pathway requires increasing rewards over time. You start with a sticker, then you need a toy, then money. It's a never-ending escalation. But Mottainai, Okatazuke Jikan, and Gaman activate the intrinsic motivation pathway, the same system that makes artists create, athletes train, and musicians practice. This pathway is self-sustaining. It doesn't need external fuel. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Cross-Cultural Psychology compared Japanese and American children's cleaning behaviors. Japanese children maintained tidy habits 78% longer after external rewards were removed. Why? Because they weren't cleaning for something. They were cleaning because disorder felt internally wrong. Culturally, Japanese society emphasizes wa, harmony, and uchi-soto, inside-outside. Your personal space is an extension of yourself. A messy room isn't just inconvenient, it disrupts harmony and reflects poorly on your inner state. This cultural framework makes cleaning a form of self-respect, not servitude. And here's something that surprised me. Japanese schools dedicate 20 minutes daily to osoji, cleaning time. Students clean their own classrooms, hallways, even toilets. No janitors for student spaces. The message is clear. You are responsible for the spaces you inhabit. Compare this to Western schools where cleaning is someone else's job. Is it any wonder our kids resist cleaning at home? The fundamental difference: Western parenting asks, how do I get my child to clean? Japanese parenting asks, how do I raise a child who values cleanliness? One is behavioral manipulation, the other is character formation. Common mistakes: what not to do. Before Grandma's visit, I made every classic mistake. Let me save you the frustration. Mistake number 1, mixing old and new systems. I tried combining Mottainai with reward charts. Disaster. You can't teach intrinsic motivation while simultaneously offering external rewards. Pick one system and commit for at least 30 days. Mistake number 2, making Okatazuke Jikan too long. I thought, if 5 minutes is good, 15 is better. Wrong. Kids mentally check out after 7 minutes. Short and consistent always beats long and sporadic. Mistake number 3, using Gaman as punishment. Gaman isn't suffer because I said so, it's dignified endurance with purpose. If kids feel they're enduring meaningless discomfort, they'll rebel. Always connect Gaman to a meaningful outcome. Gaman now means a peaceful evening later. Mistake number 4, expecting perfection immediately. Grandma reminded me, in Japan we say nanakorobi ya oki, fall down 7 times, stand up 8. Progress isn't linear. Some days my kids skip Okatazuke Jikan. Some days they complain. That's normal. The goal is the trend, not daily perfection. Mistake number 5, doing it alone. The biggest mistake? Implementing these methods while you don't practice them. Kids smell hypocrisy from miles away. If your own space is chaotic, if you don't practice Gaman, if you skip Okatazuke Jikan, they'll never buy in. You know what's crazy? After Grandma left, I realized these methods changed me as much as my kids. I'm more patient, more consistent, more mindful of my own spaces. Turns out, Japanese parenting principles are really just life principles. So here's what we've covered. Mottainai teaches kids that mess is emotionally wrong, not just visually annoying. Okatazuke Jikan creates a predictable, short, shared ritual that removes negotiation. Gaman builds the patience muscle that makes delayed gratification possible. These aren't quick fixes, they're character builders. Now here's my question for you. Which principle resonates most with your family? Mottainai, Okatazuke Jikan, or Gaman? Drop A, B, or D in the comments. I read every single one, and I'd love to know which concept you're trying first. And if you're dealing with resistance or have questions about implementation, tell me in the comments. I've been exactly where you are, and this community is incredibly supportive. If this video helped you, smash that like button. It genuinely helps other struggling parents find these strategies. Subscribe if you want more evidence-based parenting content that actually works. And hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Speaking of what's next, you might be wondering, okay, but what about when my kids have meltdowns? Great question. In my next video, I'm revealing 5 Japanese calming methods for kids, why they work better, including the deep pressure technique my grandma used to stop my son's tantrum in under 60 seconds. You won't believe how simple and effective these methods are. Thanks for watching, and remember, parenting isn't about control. It's about cultivation. You in the next one.